Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about 5 life hacks that will basically get you everything that you want in life. For real, for real. And these are actually things that work. When I was younger, it was really hard to see that things would get better, like if things would get better. And I would always think like, when is it gonna get better? Like, is it gonna get better? Like things just keep getting worse and worse, blah, blah, blah. And so especially in the world that we live in today, it can be really hard to see clearly of things. People really be tripping on things like, if you're not this, you suck at this, blah, 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 you're not cool enough for this. These things are so self-explanatory, but it's just things that are very easily forgotten in this crazy world. If I didn't follow these few little steps, I would not be where I am today, especially in LA. Wow, I'm rhyming because I write all my songs day by day. Okay, tip number 1 or hack number 1, whatever you want to say, changing your mindset. You really have to change your mindset. I used to go to counseling when I was in high school. With me doing that, I realized my mind was just doing the wrong things, like things that had been going through my mind from how I grew up and what I was around, everything, you know, just the way that we're raised. We aren't actually learning to be ourselves. Like, we're learning the way other people's are thinking, you know? I really had to train my brain to turn negatives into positives and look at the bright side of things, especially when things are not going the way that you planned. It's really easy to be like, oh my god, bye. Like, nothing's ever gonna get better because it doesn't feel like it's gonna get better. But if you think positive and look at the different point of views, maybe whatever the situation is, you know, if you think, okay, maybe this, okay, like it makes sense, like I'll be fine. Like, you just gotta push through it, and it's a lot easier said than done, but it is possible. You know, there was times when I was growing up when we would get like evicted from apartments, and you can always find a way to pick yourself back up. And I definitely learned that from my mom. No matter how hard things got, like she would work her ass off to keep a roof over our heads. So you just gotta think positive and just realize like you can do it. It is possible. The second thing is to know what you want. You gotta set goals. Because if you don't set goals, or you don't know exactly what you're trying to do, then you're not gonna be able to get what you want if you don't know what you want. That also doesn't mean that you have to know exactly what you want. Just kind of like know what you deserve and what makes you happy. Think like, what makes you happy? Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is happy. We don't want to be no saddie. We want to be happy, not saddie. Feelings, it's so annoying. I freaking hate feelings. I hate feelings. Like, whether it's super happy or sad, like they all just got me fucked up, okay? Basically, no matter how crazy your dreams sound, it is possible. For real, it's possible. And the only thing that is stopping you from getting what you want is you. I can be somewhat of an example. I mean, I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but growing up, I always wanted to do music. And the amounts of time people would just tell me, no, you can't do music, or you gotta think different. And I'm just like, you know, I just really don't really see myself doing anything else. But so many people would just make fun of me or wouldn't take me seriously. So when people would ask me what I wanted to be, you know, it's not that I lost sight of the goal that I wanted and that I've always wanted, but it was like kind of something that I became ashamed of. You should never be ashamed of something because other people are bringing you down, saying like, oh, that's not likely to happen. Well, it's like, you know what? It is. Don't have anyone's opinions affect the opinion about yourself, because you got so much more power than you think. And the best thing in the world is when you can prove someone wrong. The most satisfying feeling is something that you don't even have to prove wrong. Something that I've done is like, I've always been about wanting to prove someone wrong that's like said I couldn't do something or I wasn't gonna meet this person. Well, too bad I'm be out partying with half the people that everyone said I couldn't be partying with. If you can see it. What am I saying? thing. If you can dream it, you can do it. It's tattooed on me. This shit is tattooed. If you can dream it, you can do it. And that's the truth. If you can really see that shit. I'm getting so deep. If you can see that shit in your brain, see yourself doing that. That is what you gotta do. That's just, don't second guess nothing. So know what you want and get that shit. No matter what no one says. Even if you don't believe in yourself 100%, because there's times where I haven't believed in myself and I'm like, what am I doing? But then I look and I'm like, really, there's nothing else that I see myself doing, so this is what I'm gonna do. It may take me a little bit longer than half of the people that are doing it, but this is what I'm gonna do. And I could be broke and homeless. I don't wanna say that. I could. Which brings me to the next tip. You have to know that it's not going to be easy whatsoever. To start living life, you gotta step out of your comfort zone. That's when you start really living. You know you're not gonna get it the first time around. Maybe not the second time around. Get knocked down 7 times, stand up 8. Which brings me to number 4, which is timing. You gotta trust timing. And that's something that's very important. Timing is everything. You gotta realize that maybe this is not the right time for you. And it gets discouraging sometimes, and it really drives me nuts and crazy. Everything happens for a reason is such a true statement. You know, it's crazy though with the whole timing thing, because you really see how the universe be working. It's such a crazy feeling when something happens and it makes so much sense, but you can't make any sense of it. Like, that's some deep shit right there. Here's an example of timing is everything. Like, this gives me chills every time I think about it. When I was younger and going through depression and anxiety, I had Kaya. Kaya passed away, but she was my best friend. Like, when I would come home, I would just cry and she would come lick my face, and she was something that really saved my life, basically. Kaya was just an amazing dog. She was basically like my rock. Like, my dog was everything to me. And I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't leave my house or anything, but I always had her. And like, I got, you know, her tattooed right here, Kaya. But Kaya's birthday is January 6th. This is crazy, guys. Like, this is literally insane. Like, me and Sophia were joking around once, and we're like, oh my gosh, we should find out our anniversary, like what day we met, because we're like basically married. So we're just joking around, right? Like, saying like, oh, when's our anniversary? She goes, oh, I have the picture. Like, I know exactly what day, like I can find it. So she goes, and she goes, oh, our anniversary is January 6th. I go, hold up. Can you say that again? She's like, January 6th. I was like, what? Like, the second she said it, I got chills. I was like, that is crazy, because Kaya was literally my best friend. I moved to LA completely on my own, didn't really know anyone, and I met my best friend still till this day, January 6th. Trust timing. And so for number 5 is make mistakes and learn the lesson. You have to make mistakes in life to grow and to learn and to become stronger. Everything that you go through throughout the days of your life morphs you into what you are now. You have to make mistakes, and you have to feel different types of feelings, whether it's a person or something that you did and you're not proud of. Well, there's always going to be a lesson out of that, and so you can really think, okay, this is not what I want to do. This is not the way this is not the wave. You learn from that, and you know that you're not going to do it again. And maybe you don't learn the first time. Maybe you have to do it a few freaking times for it to get through your head. But you have to be able to make mistakes to learn what you really, really, truly want. So that's the only way that you're going to really know, because maybe we don't ever really know what we want. All you really need to know that you want is happiness, but everything else, maybe we don't know what we actually want until maybe we get something and you change your mind, like, okay, actually, I'm gonna just rewind. Like back up a little bit, bounce back, you know, take that L, bounce back. Woo, let's try again. That's the thing. Every time you wake up, it's a blessing because you have another day to change and become who you are. And all you gotta do is live. So yeah, that's everything that I wrote down. I wanted to keep this straight to the point, and clearly I went on my rants, but hopefully you guys like this video, and I am definitely planning on doing a lot more. That's it for this video. Make sure to follow me on all my social media links, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!